anniversary of our school, and so we got together over the summer and we decided that music was one of the elements that really connected across the generations. So we decided to combine a classic theme with elements of music to create our 50th anniversary theme. One of the parts of music that we used was the old vinyl records from the past, and we used the record as our inspiration for the cover of the book. And so the cover of the book looks like a piece of the record, and it has the trident in the corner, which is the symbol of our school. And on top of the record we have the record arm, which is carried out as a design element throughout the book. We used debossing and embossing to create the grooves that are inside the record, and then we used gold foil to highlight the L on the cover, which is an element we used throughout the rest of the book because L is the Roman numeral for 50 and gold is the color for the 50th anniversary. And so throughout the rest of the book, all of the L's and all the headlines and some of the subtitles, or the subheadlines, are highlighted in the color of that section.
One of the things that we really wanted to do in this yearbook was show how far our school has come in 50 years. So we had to find a photo, an aerial view of our school from 1962. And also we had to get a photo from the present day to show how much our community as well as the school had changed in terms of renovation.
For each of the division spreads, we chose classic albums that would best reflect the student life, as well as classic themes and classic moments in the year. So for each division, we had a Sea King twist that we incorporated to make it unique and make it our own, while still having the look of the original album. So it would bring back the memories of the classic albums, as well as evoking a memory of a current time, tying together both the old and the new.
For our first album cover, we decided to place our Red Tide presidents, which Red Tide is our core spirit group on campus. And what we did for that one is we decided to do the Abbey Road album, but our Sea King twist was we use a road that's right next to our school, Epping Road.
Continuing the ideas of classic artists through the index, so we had a photo shoot with a bunch of seniors from our school to represent each of the letters, and then we had them pose with a cardboard square, and then we would later place in through Photoshop the actual classic album. And then when we were actually choosing the artists, we wanted to make sure that they were classic, either whether it was 1962 or now. We wanted to make sure it was someone that alumni and also students now could resonate with.
One of the things that we tried to include in this year's yearbook was the history of the school, because it was the 50th anniversary of the school campus, the 40th anniversary of the yearbook, and the 10th anniversary of the school since its reopening. And what we wanted to make sure that we didn't do was to overload the book with too much history. And so what we decided to do was to include an entire extra signature of surprise spreads, which we used to focus on each decade that the campus had been here.
In the book you can see, like, in each division, two colors that were used. One of them is a classic color and the other is more of a modern color. It's kind of to bring history with modern times, and they're side by side so you really can compare them. Another element that we focused on was the font, and we used a really classic looking font. It wasn't too swirly, it wasn't modernized, so that helped relate back to the classic theme.
To increase coverage, we put cobs and quotes of players who might have felt like they were cheated out of their spread or not put on because they didn't make the biggest contributions, but they were still a part of the team. So we put them on the sports reference section so that they can feel like they're part of the team and they're represented.